With determination in their hearts, Hajar and Orion embarked on a perilous journey to investigate the dark force that threatened the dreamy forest. They followed the rhythms of the forest, their steps guided by the wisdom of the enchanted inhabitants who watched over them. As they ventured deeper into the heart of the forest, the atmosphere grew heavier, and a palpable sense of darkness hung in the air. The fireflies, usually bright and cheerful, dimmed their glow as if in fear of what lay ahead. Finally, they reached the heart of the forest, where the very rhythms of nature seemed distorted. There, amidst the eerie silence, they saw a shadowy figure that seemed to be made of darkness itself, an ominous presence known as the Nightmare Keeper. The Nightmare Keeper's form was ever shifting, a swirling mass of shadows that seemed to absorb the light around it. Its eyes, like empty voids, gazed upon Hajar and Orion with a malevolent hunger. Orion hooted softly, signaling to Hajar that this was the dark force they had come to confront. The guardian owl's feathers bristled with a mix of determination and caution. Hajar stepped forward, her heart filled with courage. "Who are you?" she demanded, her voice steady despite the palpable fear that emanated from the Nightmare Keeper. The shadowy figure let out a chilling laugh that sent shivers down Hajar's spine. "I am the Nightmare Keeper," it hissed, its voice a haunting echo. "I am the embodiment of all the fears, doubts, and nightmares that seep into the dreamy forest. I am here to feed on the darkness within this realm and twist its very rhythms into chaos." Hajar realized that the Nightmare Keeper was indeed a formidable adversary, a force that threatened to corrupt the very essence of the dreamy forest. But she was not alone in this battle. She had Orion and the enchanting rhythms of the forest on her side. With Orion's guidance, Hajar and the guardian owl began to confront the Nightmare Keeper. They used the forest's rhythms, the melodies of the enchanting creatures, and the power of dreams to challenge the darkness that had taken root. The battle against the Nightmare Keeper was fierce, a clash of light and shadow, dreams and nightmares. It was a test of Hajar's determination and the strength of her connection to the hidden forest. As the battle raged on, Hajar could feel the power of the forest's rhythms surging through her. With a burst of courage, she channeled that energy into a resounding cry for the dreams of the dreamy forest, calling upon their collective strength to push back the darkness. In a dazzling display of light and sound, the Nightmare Keeper was overwhelmed by the harmonious rhythms of the forest. It let out a final, agonized wail and dissipated into the shadows from whence it came. The dreamy forest breathed a collective sigh of relief as the darkness receded, and the rhythms of nature were restored. The fireflies resumed their cheerful glow, and the enchanting creatures filled the air with joyful melodies. Hajar and Orion had succeeded in their quest to confront and defeat the Nightmare Keeper. The dreamy forest was safe once more, and the connection between dreams and nature remained unbroken. As they stood amidst the renewed enchantment of the forest, Hajar felt a profound sense of accomplishment. She had faced the darkest of forces and emerged victorious, thanks to the guidance of Orion, the enchanting rhythms of the hidden forest, and her own unwavering determination. With the threat of darkness vanquished, Hajar knew that her journey in the dreamy forest was far from over. There were still secrets to uncover, mysteries to unravel, and dreams to protect. As a guardian of this enchanted realm, she was ready to embrace the adventures that lay ahead, guided by the wisdom of the forest and the enchanting rhythms that surrounded her. As the shadowy form of the Nightmare Keeper dissipated into the darkness, Hajar and Orion exchanged a knowing glance. They realized that their victory over this malevolent force was only the beginning of their journey to protect the dreamy forest. Hajar's curiosity burned brighter than ever, and she turned to Orion, eager to understand the true nature of the Nightmare Keeper's plan. What was its purpose? Why did it seek to engulf the dreamy forest in eternal darkness? Orion, with his eyes still reflecting the ancient knowledge of the forest, began to explain. The Nightmare Keeper, he began, was a being born of darkness and despair. Its goal was to corrupt the very rhythms of this enchanted realm, to twist the dreams of the dreamy forest into never-ending nightmares. He went on to reveal that the Nightmare Keeper sought to sever the delicate connection between dreams and nature, plunging the forest into eternal darkness. In doing so, it aimed to feed off the fears and despair of all who entered, growing stronger with each new nightmare it created. Hajar realized the magnitude of the threat they had faced. If the Nightmare Keeper had succeeded in its plan, the Dreamy Forest would have become a place of eternal torment, where the dreams of all living beings would be trapped in a never-ending cycle of darkness and despair. Orion continued, "Our victory was crucial, for it has preserved the balance between dreams and nature. But we must remain vigilant, for the forces of darkness are relentless, and they will seek to return." Hajar nodded, her determination stronger than ever. She understood that the battle against the Nightmare Keeper was just one chapter in their ongoing quest to protect the Dreamy Forest. The forest's rhythms, the enchanting creatures, and the power of dreams would continue to be their allies in this ongoing struggle. With a sense of purpose burning in her heart, Hajar vowed to stand alongside Orion as a guardian of the Dreamy Forest. She knew that the connection between dreams and nature was fragile and precious, and it was her responsibility to ensure that it remained unbroken. As they ventured deeper into the forest, their bond with each other and with the hidden realm grew stronger. Hajar knew that her journey was far from over, but with Orion as her guide and the enchanting rhythms of the Dreamy Forest as her companions, she was ready to face any challenge that lay ahead. Together, they would protect the delicate balance between dreams and nature, ensuring that the Dreamy Forest remained a place of enchantment, wonder, and harmony for generations to come. With a newfound understanding of the Nightmare Keeper's sinister plan and the immense responsibility that lay before her, Hajar's determination burned brighter than ever. She knew that she was the guardian of the Dreamy Forest, entrusted with the task of preventing the Nightmare Keeper from engulfing the realm in eternal darkness. Hajar turned to Orion, her voice filled with resolve. "We cannot allow the Nightmare Keeper to return and threaten this enchanted realm again. I am determined to stop it and protect the delicate balance between dreams and nature." Orion nodded in agreement, his eyes gleaming with unwavering support. "Your determination is admirable, Hajar. The forest's rhythms, the enchanting creatures, and the power of dreams are on our side. Together, we can stand against the darkness and ensure that the Dreamy Forest remains a place of wonder and harmony." Their journey continued, but it had now become a quest, an epic adventure to confront the Nightmare Keeper and prevent its malevolent presence from ever returning to the Dreamy Forest. As they ventured deeper into the forest, Hajar and Orion sought to learn more about the Nightmare Keeper's origins and vulnerabilities. They spoke to the singing mushrooms, listened to the whispers of the trees, and watched the fireflies dance in patterns that seemed to convey hidden messages. Gradually, they pieced together the Nightmare Keeper's dark history and the ancient rituals that could be used to seal its malevolent presence. They discovered that the forest itself held the power to create a barrier that would protect it from the Nightmare Keeper's return. With this knowledge in hand, Hajar and Orion set out to gather the ingredients and perform the sacred ritual. It was a journey filled with challenges, tests of courage, and encounters with enchanting creatures who offered their guidance and assistance. The forest's rhythms seemed to respond to their determination, providing them with the strength and wisdom they needed to confront the darkness. With each step of their quest, Hajar's connection to the hidden realm deepened, and she knew that she was not alone in this battle. As they finally stood before the ancient tree that would be the focal point of the sealing ritual, Hajar felt a sense of destiny wash over her. With the guidance of Orion and the enchanting rhythms of the Dreamy Forest, she was ready to face the Nightmare Keeper and protect this enchanted realm from eternal darkness. Hajar's determination was unwavering, and her heart was filled with the knowledge that she was the guardian of dreams and nature's delicate balance. With the forest's rhythms as her strength and the wisdom of the hidden realm as her guide, she was prepared to confront the darkness that threatened the Dreamy Forest and ensure that its enchantment would endure for all time.